Dear listeners, good morning and welcome to Comme d'Archi, the podcast that opens the doors to the fascinating world of architecture. For newcomers, let me introduce myself. I'm the spokesperson of Anne-Charlotte Despons, PhD in History of Architecture, published author, head of a communication and development agency based in Paris, France, dedicated to architecture. Let's meet every week to discuss culture and architecture with specialists and learn how to look at projects through a context and diversity lens. Thank you for being with me today, and now it's time for talent.
Bienvenue dans Comme d'Archi.
Dear listeners, good morning. This is Esther on behalf of Anne-Charlotte. It's good to be with you again in Season 3 of Comme d'Archi, Episode 20. Today, we have a text from the architecture firm Desaleux Soares written especially for you. This text presents the beautiful project just delivered. It is the head office of the general company Les Maçons Parisiens in Massy in the Île-de-France region. We are a French architectural firm based in Paris and in Brittany in Rennes. There are about 10 of us in the agency. Olivier Desaleux, who runs the Paris office, and my colleague Carlos Soares, who runs the Rennes office. We founded this structure in 2000. We work on several types of programs, housing, of course, but also educational buildings, public and private facilities, etc. The order for Les Maçons Parisiens headquarters came to us 8 years ago. It came about in a climate of trust after successful collaborations with this construction company. It is a cooperative and participative company. A company that has become a major player since its creation at the beginning of the 20th century in the Île-de-France region. 2 tracks are tested at the origin of the project. The first involves major restructuring and extension of the historic site in Massy, where Les Maçons Parisiens has been located since 1970. The second was oriented towards a new project on a new site. It is the latter that has been chosen. What is important to stress from the outset is that this new project is first and foremost a human adventure. An adventure between a client and his architects. An adventure nourished by exchanges and sharing. Because the program is written jointly, it is reinvented and adjusted as the sketches are made. The quality of the relationship during the design and construction phases is excellent. There is total trust. The project benefits from this fruitful synergy, right up to the handover of the work. Today, the company is delighted with its new setting and work tool. The headquarters absorbs part of the workshops and offers its employees the services they need to feel good at work. The company's cooperative system makes it feel a bit like home. This is what we have tried to translate spatially. The program, which was quickly defined at the outset, includes offices, meeting rooms, a conference room, clock rooms, a cafeteria, a relaxation area, a sports hall, a crèche with 30 cots, and accommodation for the caretaker. The workshops for prefabricated concrete, woodwork, locksmithing, maintenance, and storage, plus an outdoor storage area, material preparation and delivery, complete the work tool. The approach to the new headquarters reveals a sober, elegant, banded structure. It organizes the new district of the city, which is still growing. It makes up for the slope of the land with its subtle overhang and its transparent, recessed ground floor. From the fields, the large volume of the building avoids any mass effect. On the contrary, it stands out thanks to the light treatment of the concrete, its facade punctuated by high white concrete spines and transparencies. Before the work, the rectangular plot of almost 25,000 square meters had a gentle slope of more than 6 meters between its high point in the south and low point in the north. The project is located on the edge of the city, on the edge of the great agricultural landscape. It represents one of the components of the new Massy Europe eco-district, a new generation business park ambitious and demanding in terms of sustainable development, landscape, and architectural quality, mixing business premises and office buildings. In addition to the functional nature of the project, which consists of providing the company with a high-performance work tool, including offices and production workshops, the aim was to develop an attractive, user-friendly, unifying project which encourages pleasure in working, both alone and as part of a team. The office building, the company's showcase, has two faces. On the streets to the north and east, the thick urban facade, punctuated by high spines of white concrete, expresses the grid. It filters and keeps the offices at a distance. In the heart of the block, the south and west facades are largely glazed and protected by adjustable sun breakers, opening onto a garden and the crèche. Inside, the program unfolds in two wings arranged at right angles to each other, linked at the corner by the hall and its large staircase with double-crossed flights. The latter irrigates the building around a void on 3 levels. In each wing, the offices are spread out on either side of an atrium street, punctuated by voids, levitating meeting rooms and relaxation areas. These circulations, deliberately oversized and generous, function like a city square, both a service and a meeting place. The conviviality is reinforced by the presence of the ash tree, which acts as an Ariadne's thread. To the west, the crèche, which is managed independently and accessible to the neighborhood, fits smoothly into the garden and dialogues with the offices. In its southern part, the workshops and the storage area complete the program on the site. A workshop life inside and outside which echoes the neighboring activities. On the facade, the project uses 3 materials: white concrete, silver anodized aluminum and glass, and a black or transparent enamel. White concrete is soft-compactic, initially very liquid. It is not vibrated. This process makes it possible to obtain smooth surfaces from the outset, which do not require any subsequent finishing. Several quarries are used to obtain this white cement. The Maçons Parisiens produced all the concrete works themselves, both grey and white, cast in situ or prefabricated in their workshop. Inside, the concrete and white plaster interact with the glass of the railings and partitions, and the ash tree deployed in the form of acoustic panels for strips and furniture. Ash tree is ideal for acoustic treatment. The overpressure interior space reduces dust deposits. The transparencies allow light to penetrate without an aquarium effect. This building echoes a covered, airy and comfortable urban layout, open to the landscape, while retaining a degree of intimacy around its garden, distributing access to as many semi-transparent, floating meeting rooms resembling cabins, inside and outside acting in dichotomy, dynamic circulation, generous and luminous spaces. Dear listeners, thank you for tuning in. Let's meet again next week for a new Comme d'Archi in English, and until then, take care of yourselves. Goodbye.
Thank you for listening. Don't forget to tune in to our previous content on Instagram at Comme d'Archi Podcast. If you like it, make sure to promote the podcast by giving it 5 stars on Apple Podcast and adding a comment, or on any of your favorite podcast platforms. And don't forget to subscribe and listen to all of our episodes for free. See you soon, and until then, take care of yourself.